The biggest memory I have from the election in 24 is the 2024 Republican National Convention for two reasons. One, they crashed Grindr in Milwaukee. And two, is a bunch of old boomers, delegates, sitting there with signs that said mass deportations. So fast forward now, 2 years later, and the mass deportations are not happening. The mass detentions are happening, and they're picking up everybody who's not a citizen, everyone who is a citizen, who's opposing them. They're breaking into houses without warrants on the pretense they might be illegal aliens in there or illegal immigrants. I gotta stop saying aliens, it's illegal immigrants. They are stopping people on the street, which they're not supposed to, breaking windows, which they're not supposed to. ICE is out of control. But all I keep seeing is these old folks saying mass deportations, and they're celebrating this. Now, they're buying all these warehouses. They're overpaying for these warehouses, okay? These warehouses are not fit to hold humans. Some of them, they're going to include, swear to Almighty Lord, ovens. You can't make this shit up, okay? These are truths. Some people are fighting, but they can't because private owners are getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars of our tax money to buy it, and then they're going to hand it over to a private company so they can make more money from it. How do you make money? Per body. And so the next step is that Trump is about to sign an executive order saying that those of you who are legal immigrants, in other words, gone through the process, gotten your green cards, gotten your citizenship, can now be detained forever. They can pick you up and detain you so they can reevaluate your immigration status, even though you've gone through the entire process. Now, one, he can't do that. But he's not supposed to do that. He cannot just make a law like that. That's king shit, okay? But two, they're going to do it because they're going to use the judicial warrant bullshit. And you would think, well, they're going to pick people up. They're going to go to court. Court's going to set them loose. But ICE has been clogging the courts because people who are legal citizens have been going to court, habeas corpus, violation of my Fourth and Fifth Amendments. They ignore it and they back up the courts. And the DOJ doesn't have enough lawyers, so people sit in these concentration camps for months on end, including children. They love children, love picking up children. So if they do that, that's going to be, so even though it's not legal, and they're more than likely, if we can get to a judge, they're going to let them loose and say, get the hell out of here, this is not valid, since they so plugged the system up by adding more of these people, hundreds of thousands of people. It's going to make it even worse, and people will be stuck in these detention centers that taxpayers are going to pay per head, and they get to torture people there, and they're doing it. So this is the next step. And I got a bad feeling when they start doing that, then it's going to be the next step for us. But be warned, Stephen Miller has decided that if he doesn't believe you're part of this country, he's going to come for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Stephen Miller's revenge on everyone of color who wouldn't date him in high school.